Extreme things I'd rather do.
Yeah. I don't normally do this, so we have the first Phill Gates interview.
Well then, let's get it then. K100 Radio. Hold on, pause. Stop. Blue Stream, what up? That's our camera right there. This is live stream. What up, man? You know what it is. We live. Core 24, man. The Core DJs event, man. You know what it is, man. Right here, Midtown ATL, man. Atlanta Marriott Marquis. You know what I'm talking about. You feel me? Follow us on Twitter at K100_radio. Got somebody that want to introduce yourself, but pause. I'm gonna let him introduce himself. Go ahead.
Well, just to let you know, homie, I don't normally do interviews.
Well, you know, I feel exclusive.
Yeah,
we exclusive.
Definitely.
We exclusive.
Definitely. This is Phill Gates. You know, been in the music business for a long time. You know, came in with Africa Bambaataa and Jazzy J, you know, Mazulu, and managed Grand Pooba and Sporty Thieves. I had Jaheim. I ran the promotion and marketing for Warner Brothers. Same thing for Russell Simmons Music Group, RSMG. Same thing for Benzino's label, Zeno Records, when he owned The Source.
Right.
You know, so I'm an entrepreneur to hip hop decor. You know?
Exactly. So basically, motherfucker, OG. That's the short version of that.
Yeah, I guess you can say that.
So what's going on, man? First of all, how's the event going? What do you think about Core 24 and Core DJ's event right now?
Well, I've been, dealing with Tony Neal from, years now. Like, matter of fact, speaking of that, when I worked at The Source for Benzino, the last Source Awards, I brought all his core DJs at that time and other DJs too to Miami.
Right.
And that was the biggest DJ event, and it grossed the most MT and what was it, BET? I think we showed it on.
Right.
So from then, me and Tony just been real cool, and I think that it's really good to see what he's doing. Because now that hip hop is going back to the I guess the streets because of the sales and stuff, and the majors aren't making as much money as they were making before.
Right.
That it's going back to, hopefully we start getting some more original stuff and a little bit more respect for the game, as a whole, and not just, we know we want to get money, we got to pay our bills and we got all the stuff, but if we concentrate on the money and not concentrate on the tree and the fruit that bears from the tree,
right,
everything that's going to come from the tree is going to be stale, and it's just going to be a matter of time before that tree dries up and dies, and hip hop goes the way of nothing.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And that's what we don't want, man. So with you being so deep in the game in the early part in the early infancy of hip hop and all the way up until now,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Give me what you feel like is. What do you feel? You say hip hop is going back to the streets. You know what I'm saying? Barring that, what else do you feel can save the genre? You know what I'm saying? What else do you feel like hip hop will ever be profitable as far as selling music again, or is just the fact that it's not just hip hop, but the way of the times have just changed and everything is about streaming right now?
First of all, you gotta figure out what profitable is. You know what I mean? Like, some people, as long as they are paying their bills and taking care of their family, they're good.
Right.
And then there's others that want more. I want 5 cars.
Right.
I need a Breitling. I need that.
Right.
I gotta have that. If I don't have that, I'm gonna murder somebody. I'm gonna kill myself.
Exactly.
That's how some people think.
Right.
So the profitability, is all in the eyes of the beholder. But as far as hip hop now, I feel that we need to get more into politics and understand what's going on in the world. Because while we're partying and popping bottles and the girls are twerking, the lawmakers are making laws and changing laws that are affecting how much money we make.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So
how much money we make and whether we live or die, frankly.
Exactly. And the other thing is, what people don't realize, that back in the days, they think that in order to party and drink and have a good time, I gotta talk about sex and boning and getting high and all that. But back in the days, we partied to Public Enemy. Right. We party to Brand Nubians. We party to Tribe Called Quest.
Right.
You know, but the younger generation thinks that in order to have a good time, I gotta be inebriated.
Right.
I gotta smoke the craziest weed. I gotta drink the hardest liquor. I gotta, in order to have a good time, and that's not correct.
And I gotta be the realest motherfucker in the room and kill a motherfucker and step on my Jordan.
That's
it's all.
But I tell you one thing too, though, Bree. Right. And think about it. Back in the days, a lot of these rappers that's out right now, they wouldn't survive back in the days. Because back in the days, if you go back and think about it, people used to get robbed just for their shoelaces.
Right.
Just for your shoelaces, your sneakers, your socks, your chain, your coat.
Right.
You could be a rapper and show all this money you got. You can be, I'm in this club and I just bought 10
it
bottles.
Was really intertwined with the streets at that
Somebody
time.
would be there waiting for you.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Imagine Instagram. I just bought 10 bottles.
Really?
A word? Somebody would be calling you like, yo, son, we got a lick to hit.
Right.
People be outside waiting for you.
Yeah.
Times change.
Yeah.
People think that it's bad now. I think it's good now. I think back then it was worse because there were more animals.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
There were more animals out there that was hungry. You know, there was guys out there that just went to stick you up and made a living off of robbing people.
People like, and it's so many people that'll be like the exact opposite of what you said. Like it's doomsday now. Like it's Armageddon right. It's Armageddon right now and all of that shit. You know what I'm saying?
This is the cakewalk, man. You know, what's really
you're like you're in the minority with that mind frame.
That's because they don't know. But all you gotta do is see the problem with us as black people. We don't know. We don't do our homework.
Right.
We don't do our history lesson. Forget the black history lesson. We don't even do our own history of music.
Right.
We don't know that James Brown had a record label. We don't know that Parliament Funkadelic had a record label. They don't know that Isaac Hayes had a record label.
Right.
You know, people nowadays think that Puffy and Cash Money and the first to get it's a cycle. It's been going on.
Right.
It's nothing new.
Exactly.
You gotta do your homework. That's why Jay-Z is nice, because Jay-Z does his homework. Exactly. He reads. He watches. He don't just talk about the regular stuff. He makes sure that he has an arsenal. So if anybody anytime wants to test him, he's ready to spit.
Exactly.
That's what this is called rapping. This is your art. You're supposed to be nice with your period. You're supposed to be nice.
I know.
That's like a DJ.
If I go over there, if I go down that path, I won't be able to interview the rest of these people. You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
and I go eat up 30 minutes.
You gotta teach them.
Yeah,
you gotta teach them.
I try my best.
You have to.
I try my best.
You can't just let them come and say anything.
Yeah.
Because guess what? You got people that's listening.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So if you let him come up here and say 2 and 2 is 6, and you don't tell him 2 and 2 is 4, you got people leaving your show like 2 and 2 is 6.
Nah, I'm the guy that's gonna say you nigga know it's 6 or 4.
See?
Yeah, 4.
K100
K100 Radio, man. We're live right now.
Having a good time.
You got any social media, anything so that people can connect with you on that?
Yeah,
right?
I got that. I think my what's my thing again? My Instagram.
You know, you're OG, for real old school. Like I don't even fucking use it, nigga.
My Instagram is BIOTH. BIOTH, which stands for Blame It on the Hustle.
Blame It on the Hustle, man. K100 Radio, man.
Facebook is Phill Gates.
Yeah. Make sure you hit the homie up, man. Nice to meet you, brother. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for sitting down chopping up with K100 Radio.
My nephew, Teddy Ted, told me I need to talk to you. So, you know, if Teddy tells me I need to talk to you, I need to talk to you.
That's what's up, man. I appreciate it, man.
Right,
you know what it is, man. We live. K100 Radio, man. You know what it is, man. Shout out to the live stream, Ustream, everybody, the SoundCloud. If you listen to the audio, it doesn't even matter, man. You feel me? We got a lot of people in here, OGs in the game, giving out some real knowledge. This is the Core 24 DJ Retreat. You know what it is, man. The Core DJs, Tony Neal. Shouts out to everybody who's here in the building, man. There's so many people here. The Coast DJs join us up next. If you ain't down here, you talk about you in the city of Atlanta. If you have birthday bash in the crowd, but you're not here, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what to tell you, man. Maybe you want to rethink what you're doing with your life.
Come on down.
You know what it is. K100 Radio.
Oh!